finally, I get all three of you together. I feel like it's been like almost like what, 2 years, or maybe I would even say that from the last time I got to talk to all of you. I know I've spoken to you guys maybe individually on the phone or whatever. It is so good to see all three of you. I don't care who starts. How's everybody doing? And how are we doing with, not just with dealing with COVID-19, but you guys being out in BC, that super heat wave that you guys have been dealing with? How's that been?
Hot.
Nice.
Hot. Even hot.
Yeah. We want the heat so much, and then it got a little bit too much. A little stressful.
Oh, man. Bobby, how's it been with COVID-19 up there?
Luckily, we've been able to continue to do like making our music. So that's been a blessing. Yeah, I mean, I guess for a little while we weren't able to see each other, but other than that, when things opened up so that we could see our inner circle, it didn't really feel like much had changed. I don't mean that in an insensitive way. I just mean that we kind of only see each other, and we were still making music. And yeah, but I mean, everybody has their sort of, what would you say? Like how, their thing that they got out of it that turned out actually really good. And then something that was horrible that happened to them from it. So I think I can relate to both ends of the spectrum at like things that happened that wouldn't have happened if COVID didn't happen, and then things that were like extremely tragic that happened because of COVID. So yeah, but we all are through it. So I mean, there's still, every day you hear that there's some other kind of variant, and that's kind of depressing. But if you just kind of keep living your life and you live your life as a healthy human being and safely, then I guess that's all we can do, right?
Absolutely. Yeah, let's talk a little bit about, from the last time I saw you guys, how the, things were going, and things were going great and everything. And then once COVID hit, did it stall the band's career in any way? And then what did you guys have to do to sort of leap over that to continue, so we can talk about not just this new collaboration single, but an upcoming album that you guys are going to be releasing?
Were you asking me?
Yes.
Okay. It didn't stall us. I feel it actually motivated us. We got more motivated than ever. I feel we're just like, I feel like as a band, we generally are like that. If something comes up, we're just like, okay, how can we pivot? So we adapted, we pivoted, and we attacked our album in the most positive and the most, I think, authentic way that we could. And even though we were separated at the beginning when we started the recording process, we still were together, and we still even energetically we were together through the whole thing. So even if we couldn't be physically there, we were always supporting each other throughout the whole process, which was quite magical.
Magical is exactly the word for the three of you. Brett, talk a little bit about the magic with the three of you too, because you can see it in the pictures, you can hear it in the voices, and what I love is when I see on social media on the things that you guys are doing, really, it is magic with the three of you.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, people always think we're sisters because we have this like bond that comes usually only with family. Like I know that from having a sister, it's like a similar bond, and it's kind of unexplainable. And also what's funny is that we met and then played music. Like we didn't grow up together. We didn't build this bond before. We just started playing music, and it worked really well. So yeah, and then we're all kind of different. We have our own thing that complements each other. So I feel like we kind of fit like a little puzzle piece.
And it
synchronized on its own.
And it definitely works that way too. So Bobby, let's talk about with this collaboration, because you guys have a new single out, and it's with somebody who I have so much respect for. He's an incredible artist. I don't want to say the name yet because I'd like for you to do it. How did this collaboration come about, and who is this collaboration with?
The collaboration is with Aaron Pritchett, which is really exciting for us. He's a West Coast artist who has been very encouraging to our career since the very beginning. And even through our sort of solo paths before we became the Heels, Aaron was someone that we had crossed paths with in the music industry, who had encouraged us each individually as artists. And then when we got together, he was definitely at a lot of the same industry events and different things. So he had kind of reached out to us before this single was even something that we were considering to do. And he had said, you know, if you guys ever want any like just some guidance, or if you have questions about the industry and, you know, your live show. And he was did one of our last shows that we ever did before the pandemic at the Commodore Ballroom, and he was there. And so we kind of got to spend time with him there. And then when we wrote Catch and Release, we just felt like we could hear a man's voice singing it. So originally we thought maybe we would demo it and then we would pitch it to a male artist to record. And then after we demoed it, we were kind of getting more familiar with our voices on it. And we thought that maybe we would want to keep it that way, or maybe if a guy didn't sing it, we would sing it. And then we had the idea of maybe that it would be a duet because it's a love song. And so we reached out to Aaron, and we were pretty, I guess, like just thinking that because of his success, that, you know, what if he says no? So it's always one of those things that you're kind of nervous to put yourself out there and face possible rejection. So we had a list of people that we were like, well, you know, if he says no, then we'll go over here and we'll be all positive and it won't matter. But then he said yes. So so he was our first choice, and he was someone that we've always looked up to. And so it was really cool to collaborate with him, and it's been really neat. So I'm very excited for the world to now hear the song at radio and see how it goes.
Kyla, let's make this official.
Oh,
what is the song called, and what is the song about?
It's called Catch and Release, and it is a love song. We were focusing more on love for this next album and positivity, and it's all about catching a love and not releasing it this time like all the other times.
Oh, okay, I'm gonna stick with you on this. Where did that story come from? I just got shivers hearing you say that.
Well, it was like, I just like love to come up with song titles, just like it's nonstop. I'm like, oh, that's a good song every time somebody says something. And then I was talking to my mom, and I was like, oh, something about a catch and I don't even remember Catch and Release, but I put it in my phone right away. And then we were in Nashville, and I was like, guys, brought it up to the team. I was like, I think Catch and Release is a really cool song idea about not release, you know, like yeah. So we were in Nashville, and the magic of Nashville and the combination of the creations just makes magic. Once again, it's just magical. Everything's magical.
Well, you said you guys are all magic. Brittany, the album itself, you know, Brady kind of mentioned a little bit of what it's going to be like. What is this album going to be like? What are the songs going to be like that we're going to get a chance to hear in the future?
This album, we took the last 3 years going to Nashville back and forth and just writing like 100 songs. Then we narrowed it down to 10. And then I think we added on a couple more because we just loved all 100 of them. And but we made sure we had like something in every category. So we had this huge like chart that we made that covered my whole coffee table with little sticky notes of all the songs. And then it was cross-referenced of like emotion and then like tempo of song. So whether it was like a ballad or a upbeat song or mid-tempo. And then, yeah. And then so we kind of just chose like one from each area. So it's like, it's got a little bit of everything on the album. And then because we had so much time to focus, we really got to revisit the songs over and over again, and then get re-inspired and like hear like random little ear candy things. So we would be like, what about this? Let's add this in with our voices underneath of like a layer. And then Anthony, the producer, he really like brought all of our ideas to life. And of course he has like crazy ideas too when he gets in the zone. So it was a really big collaboration. It was super fun because everyone was at home, like so unique.
I was just saying, please tell me somebody's got this on video somewhere, because I would love to have seen the process of this, especially you just saying all the stickies all over the place on the table and everything.
We do have a picture of it.
Oh, cool.
And I still have all the sticky notes in a Ziploc.
Brittany saves everything.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Okay, well, I know, Bobby, you're having a sip of tea, but I'm still jumping over to you because I want to know, with things slowly opening up, what's going on with the Heels when it comes to concerts, virtual, live, drive-in, tour? I'm throwing all those words out. What is actually going to be happening so far as the country slowly opens up? And I know each province and each area is really different right now.
Yeah, we've got some shows that were originally postponed because of the pandemic. So those ones are back on the books. And right now, some of them, we will play 2 shows back to back so that one group of audience can come in and then the next group, so it can be, you know, safe numbers of people around each other and everybody distanced safely. So some of our shows have been adapted that way. And then we're also going to be going to Alberta. We've got some shows coming up there. So the Okanagan, Alberta, and then we're going to head down to the States. And we've got some festivals that we booked pre-pandemic. We did a bunch of showcases through Texas and Tennessee and Illinois. And it was some conventions where fair buyers came and they would all look at different types of entertainment and food, and like everything that you could experience at a fair was at a convention center. And so we got to go to those and play our music. And that was really a neat experience. It was just the 3 of us on the road driving to all these different places. And we did all of our sound and our music, everything, just us. So that was pretty cool. But we did book some things. It went well. And now they're back on the books for 2021. So yeah, despite our hiccups of like randomly the sound just stopping in mid performance. And yeah, we had there was like ice storms, and it was never a dull moment of like that whole experience. But yeah, so we do have some shows coming up, and it'll hopefully be something that's, you know, going to be received well and everyone can come, and it's, you know, so, but those have been, some of them, I think the one in the Okanagan was from like 2019, maybe. I don't even know when we booked that, like even before the pandemic, and things just kept getting moved around, and then the pandemic happened. And so, yeah, we've got some shows.
You see,
no drive-ins. We wanted to do a drive-in, but no drive-ins.
No drive-ins.
And no live streams either.
Oh,
no,
see,
just the one that we did for Canada Day. So, right? Is that the only live stream we did? I guess we did a few more than that, but like official.
But coming up.
Two Canada Day ones, like in the past couple of years since pandemic started. But yeah,
I cannot wait. I can't wait. See, this is why live is amazing. Yes, it's good that we at least had the technology for streaming, but when it's a live show and anything's going to happen, that's the fun part in being there, because artists like yourselves, you guys are so good that even when something happens, you guys do something with whatever happens and you make it into something even better. So that's why I love live shows. Oh my God.
We all went, woo! That was our way to go, oh crap.
Oh my goodness.
It was like a finale.
Yeah, but it was a big finish and a press ending with a woo!
I love it. Kyla, as we're going to wrap this up, what do you want to say to fans out there as you guys are returning back to the stage, releasing, you know, a new album, and just continuing the legacy of the Heels? I'm going to give you last word. What do you want to say to fans as we continue with your journey with us through music?
To listen to our album fully and end and begin every day with our song, which is called I Am, for many reasons. And you can read all about the reasons on our social media. It's healing beyond imagination. And I do it myself. My whole family does it. I'm going to get my sister to do it. She hasn't yet. She's going to. And I really highly recommend it because it's healing to the core, and it's not just for listening to. It's actually for healing the soul, the mind, the spirit, the body, everything.
If there's anything we need right now, it's definitely healing. And as I've been saying for the last year and a half, music has really shown that it is something that can be used for healing. And you three are the perfect example of great music and now using music for healing too. Thank you so much for the interview. I am looking forward to seeing you guys. Crossing fingers. I think we talked about this off camera. CCMAs, London. You guys are going to be there?
We'll be there.
Yeah.
Fantastic, because I'm going to be there too. Mask or whatever else, I don't care. I'm going to be down there because I want to make sure I see the three of y'all. We can do an interview and get pictures, hugs, all the fun stuff. Ladies, thank you so much again for the interview. And thank you, as always, for the great music.
Thank you so much.